Hey guys, thanks for watching How to Do Everything. In today's video we have another Photoshop tutorial for you guys. We're going to be talking about the color adjustment and the brightness and contrast tools. And we'll start here by opening up a new image in Photoshop. Let's go to our pictures, and this one looks good. Alright, so we have our new image. And the first thing we're going to do is find the tools, and the best place to find them is right here in the image drop down, and you see adjustments. And we're going to be working today with brightness and contrast. We're going to work with color balance, and let's see here, I think that's it for now. First of all, we'll try the brightness and contrast. And what this is going to do is you can do it on just your image, or you can select a certain area or a certain layer. And you see here, if we mess with the brightness tool, we can either brighten or darken our image. But that's all it does. It does not affect the contrast. And let's brighten it up a little bit, and then let's add some contrast to it. And what the contrast is going to do, you see how it becomes a lot more contrasting between the lights and the darks. You see how that's kind of grayed out? And then as we go up in our contrast, you notice the darks get darker and the lights get lighter. So that's what contrast does. And you can find a fine balance between contrast and brightness to make your image appear more crisp. Like if we leave the brightness alone and we just, so here's the image. Let's put it back at 0. There's the image in its natural state. If we add just a little bit of contrast to this, you see how the image appears more crisp. So that's what you can do with brightness and contrast. And now we'll go to the, let's go adjustments and color balance. Now this is pretty cool. You can change the color hues of the colors in this just by a simple swipe. Now watch this. See that? I can add red, cyan, green, magenta, yellow, or blue, or any variation. So let's say I want to go blue and green, or blue and magenta, or blue, magenta, and red. Right? And right now we're working with midtones. Let's bring it all back to 0. And let's go to shadows, right? And you can see now we're working with the darker areas. And we can go highlights. And now you see it's the lighter areas. So the darker areas aren't changing the color as much as the lighter areas. We'll go back to 0. And now we can uncheck this preserve luminosity. And you'll see what it does to the image as you start affecting it. It starts becoming kind of whitewashed. Let's go midtones. Right, we start getting some white out areas, and it starts becoming really like bold in one color. Now if you watch when we click preserve luminosity, now it's trying to preserve the luminosity at its current state. Whereas if we uncheck this, we go back to zeros here. And now we click midtones, let's go back to 0. And then highlights, and we'll go back to 0. See, we're right back with our original image, and nothing is affected there. So that's how the color balance tool works, and you can use it to do a lot of cool things. We'll do something real quick with it, just to play around here. Let's go to the elliptical marquee tool. And let's grab this wheel here. Just try to find something close. There we go. You see how I pretty much selected that wheel. And now I'm going to try to select the bottom portion of it. Oh, I've got subtract to, so we'll go add to. Let's just try to add to our current selection. Few different ways to do this here. there you go. So there's our wheel. Now we want to take out some of it. So we're going to go to the lasso tool, and we're on deselect or remove from, subtract from, and I'm just going to pull this out. There we go. We'll make a box around this. Now you can see that is removed from our selection. And we'll do the same thing with this here, the center cap of the wheel. Just real quickly, we'll take that out. Again, this isn't, I'm not spending a lot of time trying to get my lines perfect here, so forgive me. All right, there we go. So now we have just our wheel selected. So what we'll do is we'll copy and paste this wheel. And now we have this layer here. So we're going to go Image, Adjustments, Color Balance, and watch this. I can take just that wheel and I can change the color of it. Make it red, and we'll go Highlights, make it red, and we'll go Shadows, make it red. So, like that, you can play around with it and get the color that you want, right? Make it more red. Let's go Highlights. Ooh. So, that is how you adjust the color tones in an image or in a selection of an image to play around with it and change the hue of it. So, I hope you guys learned something. I hope you can apply these to some of your Photoshop projects. Be sure and check out some of my other videos where I talk about some other tools and features in Photoshop, and also subscribe to my channel to see more how-to videos. Take care, and we'll see you in the next one.